300.
Upavana, who has blessing with having finished the Buddha before. From here started.
Page 330 or? 331. Okay. Upavana, who was blessed with having fanned the Buddha before his body nibbana, adds, this Kalama Sutta also says that one should stay focused on one's inner experiences and their consequences, rather than on conceptual ideas of truth and falsehood. Very well said, Venerable Sir, says Subodhi, who had been among since the day his uncle Ananda Bindaka dedicated the Jetavana monastery to the Buddha. That goes along with another paraphrased statement: belief in dogmas or dependence on supernatural powers is not necessary in order to be good. The Buddha made it very clear that beliefs are merely ingrained, reinforced opinions, either of the individual or of the collective group, and that they didn't have anything to do with absolute truth. Beliefs can be the products of one society, culture, religion, family, or peer groups, but they are still only real in the minds of the believers. They have no intrinsic reality of their own. Vangisa, a born poet who had the gift of quick wit and who could extemporaneously compose lyrical verses in praise of the Buddha, says, it is very interesting to note that we only need to believe a statement if we don't know if it is true. If we know it is true, belief is unnecessary. We believe only the unknown. We don't have to believe the known. Let's not forget the Buddha's parable about the blind man and the elephant, says Kumara Kassapa. Why don't you briefly tell us this tale for the record, says Mahakassapa. You are the one who was best known for your parables, and rightly so, I might add. Thank you for your kind words, Venerable Chairman. This example, however, is directly from the Buddha, and is not my own, replies Kumara Kassapa. Long ago, there was a king in Savatthi who called his chief attendant and said, gather all of the men you can find who were born blind, and bring them together in one place. When you have done so, I want you to show them an elephant. The attendant did as he was ordered, and he presented one blind man to the elephant's head, another with its ear, another its tusk, another its trunk, another its body, another its foot, another its hindquarters, another with a tail, and the last one with a tuft at the end of the tail, saying to each, here is an elephant. When the attendant had shown the blind men the elephant, he went to the king and said, I have presented the elephant to the blind men, Your Majesty. The king went over to the blind man and the elephant and said, so you have all seen the elephant? The blind men answered, yes, Your Majesty, we have seen the elephant. The king said, so tell me what an elephant is like. The first man who had been presented the head said, an elephant is like a large water jar. The man who had been shown the ear said, an elephant is just like a wide, shallow wicker basket. The one who had been presented the tusk said, an elephant is exactly like a plowshare. The blind man who was shown the trunk replied, an elephant is like a plow pole. The one who had been shown the body said, an elephant is like a big storeroom. The man who had been shown the foot said, an elephant, Your Majesty, is like a post. The blind man who was shown the hindquarters replied, an elephant is just like a mortar. The blind man who had been shown the tail replied, an elephant, Your Majesty, is like a pestle. The man who had been shown the tuft at the end of the tail replied, an elephant is just like a broom. When the 9 men were finished telling the king about the elephant, they started arguing, then shouting and screaming at one another. Each one had his own opinion about what an elephant was like. The bickering turned into fighting, and before too long, they started to brawl. The king looked on in amusement, laughing. The Buddha said, "So you see, bhikkhus, those wanderers of various sects are like the blind, unseeing. When they say Dhamma is like this or Dhamma is like that." Then he said, "Some recluses and Brahmins, so-called, are deeply attached to their views. People who only see one side of things engage in quarrels and disputes." I think the Buddha illustrated the subject of opinions and beliefs very beautiful in this parable. Concludes Mahagatsapa. The Arahants in the assembly hall shake their heads at the foolishness of the blind men in the story. Many of them remember hearing it from the Buddha's mouth when he first told it. Revata laughs and says, "Don't forget that if we want to maintain a belief, we have to call it a truth. On the other hand, if we want to maintain a truth, we don't have to call it a belief." The Buddha said that rather than have a belief about something, one should test it based on its goodness or lack thereof, says Kumaragatsapa. In deciding what is good, the Buddha advises one to think of the consequences, whether it is in regards to a thing, an action, a word, a thought, an idea, or even a person. If it is harmful to oneself or to others, it is not good. If it is beneficial to oneself or to others, it is good. With this test, it is possible to be, do, think, or have good without beliefs or dogmas. CULAPANTAKA says, the Buddha said that dogmatic beliefs actually have the opposite effects. They make people do harmful things. The importance placed on dogmas and their claims of truth causes people to put them above their principles. They become emotionally attached, which inevitably leads to conflict and oftentimes to war. Okay, let's stop here, because we don't have much time. Any volunteers? Would anyone like to read?
I think I want to try.
Okay.
Ubhawana, who was blessed with having seen the Buddha before his parinibbana, as this Kalama Sutra also says, that one should stay focused on one's inner experience and their consequences rather than on conceptual ideas of truth and falsehood. Very well said, Venerable Sir, says Subhuti, who had been a monk since the day his uncle Anandapindika dedicated the Jadavana monastery to the Buddha. That goes along with another paraphrase statement: live in dormance or dependence on supernatural powers is not necessary in order to be good. The Buddha made it very clear that beliefs are merely ungrounded, reinforced opinions, neither of the individual or of the collective group, and that they didn't have anything to do with absolute truth. Beliefs that be the produce of one's society, culture, religion, family, or peer groups. But they are still only real in the minds of the beliefs. They have no intrinsic reality of their own. Okay, I'll start here.
Okay, anyone else? Okay. Okay, let's begin explaining. Let's go back to page. Oh, where were we?
One.
Ah, yes. Upawana. Upawana, who was blessed with having fanned the Buddha before his body nibbana, adds, this Kalama Sutta also says that one should stay focused on one's inner experiences and their consequences rather than on conceptual ideas of truth and falsehood. Understand?
Yes, Ajahn.
Any questions? No questions?
No.
Very well said, Venerable Sir, said Subodhi, who had been a monk since the day his uncle Anandapinda dedicated the Jetavana monastery to the Buddha. Any questions?
No.
No questions? Are you sure you guys want to have class? Do you guys want to continue or do you guys want to stop?
Ajahn, it's up to you. I'm in forward too, so.
Well, I mean, I'm asking questions. Nobody's, saying anything.
No, Ajahn, I understand, so no questions.
Okay. That goes along with another paraphrase statement. Belief in dogmas or dependence on supernatural powers is not necessary in order to be good. Any questions?
Ajahn, paraphrase.
Paraphrase is when you take a sentence or a paragraph and you rewrite it in your own words to mean the same thing, but use your own words.
Like we are write the article or you use another people, the words we are called equal or
You change the sentence or paragraph, but the meaning is still the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No. Ajahn, dogmas always mean doctrine.
Yeah, dogmas are like a doctrine that you cannot change.
The Buddha doctrine, Buddha the teaching.
No. It's like if I say something or if I teach something, I say this is true, and you cannot argue, you cannot change it, and that's a dogma. You understand?
Like a doctrine.
Well, it's
No Buddha the teaching.
No, it's not the Buddha's teaching. The Buddha's teachings are different. A dogma is like sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not true, but you have to accept it as true.
Wow.
You understand? Like you cannot doubt this teaching. You cannot question this teaching. You cannot investigate this teaching. You just have to accept it as true. It's like if I say, "Oh, God is real," then you have to accept it. So then that's a dogma.
The Buddha we are called intermediate truth.
Because with the Buddha, with the Buddha's teachings, you are allowed to investigate and know for yourself if it is true or not. You don't have to accept it because somebody said it's true. Do you understand? Okay. The Buddha made it very clear that beliefs are merely ingrained, reinforced opinions, either of the individual or of the collective group, and that they didn't have anything to do with absolute truth.
Ingrained and reinforced.
Merely ingrained. It's like if you hear a teaching your entire life, then that teaching will be ingrained in your mind until the day you die, or at least until the day you decide to investigate and change it. You understand?
Yeah. Like very old people, there are some ideas very ingrained.
Yes. With old people, their beliefs.
Change.
Yes. Correct. It's like old people. Like whatever they believe, it's already ingrained in their minds. You cannot change them. Reinforced opinions. You have to understand the word reinforced. Reinforced is like if there's something that's weak, you take something else to support it, to make it strong. It's like, okay, you have a chair, right? Take for example a chair. If one of the legs is broken or is about to break, one of the legs is very weak, it's about to break. So now you have to take another stick or take something to make that leg strong so it does not break. Do you understand? To reinforce.
Opinion. Okay.
Yeah. Either of the individual or of the collective group. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
And that they didn't have anything to do with the absolute with absolute truth.
You can do anything, right? Negative.
It's not that you can't do anything. It's not the absolute truth. It's just something that people believe. They believe, but they don't know the truth. You understand?
You mean if some doctrine, you just believe this is really the truth. You no need to doubt. You just follow these ideas and to do it.
Well, some beliefs is just it's something that was taught from a very early age, but the person never really investigated to know if it is true or not. You know.
Oh, yes, I know that. Like the country, some female, he believes something, he never doubt it's true or correct. This is very old tradition. He follow that.
Yeah, like an old tradition. People believe it just because it is a tradition. So they never question, the validity of that teaching. Their parents and their grandparents, their aunts and uncles, everyone believe in that tradition. They believe in the teaching of that tradition. So they automatically accept it without question.
Yeah.
Beliefs can be the products of one society, culture, religion, family, or peer groups, but they are still only real in the minds of the believers, you see? They have no intrinsic reality of their own. You guys understand?
In the last sentence, very difficult to understand. They have no intrinsic reality of their own. Intrinsic is in the fact you are in the mind.
Yeah. So sometimes it's not real, but they just believe it. You know, it's only real because they believe it. But in reality, it does not exist. It's not real. It's like if you believe in God, then it's only real in your mind, but it's still not real. Do you understand? It's like if I believe in God and you do not believe in God, then to me, God is real because it is in my mind. I believe it. But for you, you don't see a God. Like you question the belief of a God. You're like, where is God? Where is He? You understand? But I cannot show. This is just something that I believe.
Like some people, they are family where you affect his life, you know. Like if you are your parents, they are like the belief in another religion. You grow out this family. You also will follow your parents' ideas.
Yes.
Yeah, the tradition like that. Okay.
Okay. Wangisa, a born poet who had the gift of quick wit, who could extemporaneously compose lyrical verses in praise of the Buddha, says, "It is very interesting to note that we only need to believe a statement if we don't know if it is true. If we know it is true, belief is unnecessary."
I don't this vocabulary very long. I don't know how to pronunciation.
Extemporaneously.
Extemporaneously. Yes. Can you explain?
Extemporaneously. Extemporaneously is like when you speak naturally without preparing your words.
You know to repair, you know reading, right?
Yeah, like it's like you speak naturally. You don't prepare your words. You don't write anything down. You just speak.
Like a
Yeah,
nature intrinsic
it's like
intrinsic reality.
it's like for example, when you speak your language, when you speak Chinese, you speak extemporaneously. Do you understand?
Yes, nature.
You don't you don't prepare what you want to say. You just speak.
Okay.
Any other
Another words I don't know how to pronunciation. Lyrical verse.
lyric? Yeah, lyrical verses. So
Lyrical.
the root word, the root word of lyrical is lyric. Lyric is it's the words to a song. So like when you sing a song, you are singing the lyrics of that song. You understand?
We are called duality or another words.
Which one?
If someone is very warmly, and we are used. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Okay, I understand this word.
Okay. Any other questions? So who is the one with the yellow background and no name? Can you say something?
I don't know who is it.
Yeah, I don't know.
His name is Karma, right?
I'm not sure.
No name, just the Karma. I don't know who is it.
Okay. Let's not forget the Buddha's parable about the blind men and the elephants. You guys understand?
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay. Why don't you briefly tell us this tale for the record, says Mahakassapa. You are the one who is best known for your parables, and rightly so, I might add.
I may add.
I might add. It's just when you say something like an extra piece of information, and you say I might add.
Briefly, it means simple, right? Briefly.
Briefly is like very short. Very short.
Very short. Okay, very short,
Yeah.
very simple, briefly.
Yeah. Sorry. Can we end this here? Do something before I walk back to IBSC. I plan to walk back around 10:30.
Okay, Ajahn, okay. I also went to my room is fully, so I'm back to fall too.
Yeah. I will go back for lunch. So, when I walked over there, I sweated quite a bit. So I have to take a shower and prepare to go back.
Okay, Ajahn. Ajahn, actually, not early. Last year, about 11:30 or 12. Here the lunch is not early, so you don't need to early go to bed.
Okay.
But I know so what time we have a lunch this year.
They want to have lunch around 11.
Ajahn, do you know in the lunch he told us in the second floor the my opposite the room.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's gonna be lunch.
Okay, I will go to diner home.
Yeah.
Okay, see you, Ajahn. Thank you so much, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, see you.
Okay, goodbye.